Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna try and finish 20 ounces of milk in one sitting. You're gonna learn some insane shit about my high school physics teacher. I'm gonna edit in a dark room for 5 hours, and hopefully, just hopefully, you're gonna subscribe to a 15 subscriber YouTube channel with 8 videos and no comments. Alright, this is proof that the cafeteria workers do not give a fuck. One of them just walked up next to me and just watched as I just filled up my entire fucking water bottle. Hey everybody, I'm Adrian and I'm in college. And this might shock you, but since I'm in college, I used to go to a little place called high school. I used to go to high school in a rather interesting location, the middle of rural fucking nowhere on the side of a highway. We'd often smell the sweet, sweet aromas of cow shit and the smoke from the dumbass farmer across the way burning his farm equipment. He also managed to take down an entire power line and stranded my school for days without power. And that's a story for another time. The point is, my school was not a very desirable location for most people, especially for those who have suffered through the fucking nightmare that is a physics degree. So that's why it's a little curious when we found the vacant position had been filled in suspiciously fast time. My first impression of the big man, my physics teacher, that's good milk, was when I saw him for the first time in class. And just for brevity's sake, we're gonna call him Mr. Crazy. So, oh, Jesus. It was quite the surprise that my school succeeded in finding one in this bald, bearded, 5'11", flannel and beanie wearing form. Now, being bald is pretty much a handicap in all aspects of life, but not in physics. It multiplies your power tenfold if you have this trait as a physics major. It's like having the fucking 6 eyes in Limitless. I mean, right? I'm just sorry for that one. Oh god, that milk's good. Sorry for that. So I thought this guy was gonna be fucking smart, but oh my dear lord, was that not the case. So one of the first things I'm gonna be fucking sick. Learned about Mr. Crazy was that this was not his first rodeo. And this fact is more like mandatory programming than a weird offhand fact, the one I'm about to tell you. He apparently, I don't know what the right stage of life to do this is, but he got himself on a plane, went to Uganda, and just decided to start teaching physics there. Like I don't know. Why, you ask, sitting with a double chin on the couch? I don't fucking know. He would just constantly brag about having taught these students in Uganda, and we would just stare at him blankly. But he always bring it up as if he expected some kind of round of applause or something, like good job, dude. Good. One day, Mr. Crazy walks in. He decides to, almost got behind there, tell the class something pretty funny. He has a bit of a headache. Oh no, why does he have a headache, you ask? Well, you see, Mr. Crazy may have drunk himself a little silly last night. That was a big gulp. And isn't in the mood to teach today. Isn't that fucking cute? Not yet. Later that month we had some beef, and this guy would just constantly beef with me over my problems that I would do. He would just tell me like, oh, you didn't show your work well enough, or you didn't have the answers written properly enough. And then the fucking guy next to me would just copy from like Chegg Answers or like Quizlet, and you just get good. So I finally get so fed up with this shit that I have to ask why he's doing this shit to bring my grade down. And this is what he says. Oh, that milk's good. That's not what he said. I'm a communist grader. Oh, so you want every kid to get a C? Yup, that's exactly what I want. So I asked him that question, and that was his actual response.
He said, yeah, like, that conversation happened, and then on top of that, he's just glazing Russian literature all the time. Why? God damn it. Oh, because did I forget to mention one tiny little detail about this guy? He doesn't have a fucking physics degree. He actually has an English degree and just passed a funny little test called a praxis that just lets any teacher do whatever they want, regardless of education. We asked what score he got, and he said he passed with a 78. Oh, C's get degrees. No wonder there was a month of class leading up to the midterm where he literally just sat back in a chair, had each of us students teach the class something every single day while he writes his stupid self-authored book in the background, because of course he's writing a self-authored book. He renamed an entire unit of measure. Groundbreaking, I know. He decided to rename the well-known term of Newton meters into pows, and this was so fucking stupid that we just started calling them crazies, named after him. The name stuck, and we even started catching him writing it as crazies. And like the genuine lack of free thought inside this dude. And then finally, the magnum opus. Sorry, I was late on that one. Oh God, it's already, the next one's coming up. Well, what's the point? I'm just gonna wait. He gets in front of the class and he has something to tell us. He wants to teach us projectile motion by bringing a crossbow into school. He wants to teach us projectile motion by bringing a crossbow into school. And I'm not going to tell you what happened with that, or what he did. And now we got to move on to the other half of his insanity, which isn't good because I'm over halfway done my milk. He had an insane D&D obsession. He obsessed over it to the point where he made all of our tests in that format. You could either pick the swordsman test, the archer test, or the wizard test. And I'm not going to lie, that was actually pretty fucking cool. But he just truncated the last quarter of the school year just to have us play D&D, and the fucking story was just a one-to-one ripoff of Stranger Things. And of course, all of us have to play as little kids. We're gonna call him Mr. Freaky from now on. In the same line of D&D, he created this little system where he gave us these little bonus green crystals made out of paper. And you could use them in one of two ways. You could spend 2 as a bonus point, or 1 to get help on a test question. And he would give these out during Kahoot, Blookit, Gimkit, all of that shit, because remember, he's a lazy fucking teacher. This milk tastes like cheese. Then these games were ruthless as fuck. There was blatant cheating, lying about who won. There were counterfeit crystals being made out of the same green construction paper that was stolen out of his room. I would know. I was the counterfeit crystal ringleader. It was to the point where he even started minting them with his fucking signature and pictures and little quotes with Russian literature on them to throw off the black market I was doing. And finally, Mr. Freaky did one last funny thing. He quit. After 1 year, he decided to throw in the towel. He was leaving to go teach at an all-girls school. We stalked his Facebook at the start of next year, just to see how he's doing, and as it turns out, he didn't even get the fucking job. It still said looking for work on his fucking page. And next year, we got a guy with an actual physics degree. And God, if I had to build off of that, I would put down my physics degree and take up a degree in boxing. Oh my God. That was my first milk story. Let me know if you liked that. Subscribe to my fucking channel or something, or don't subscribe. Honestly, like, I wouldn't blame you after that.
Dude, the setup is actually fucking despicable. Just look at it, bro.